Hi everybody, good morning. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of August, just a few hours to my birthday tomorrow. I'm so pumped. It's very exciting. I'm so grateful that the Lord has yet seen me through another year, another chapter of my life. It's been a whole lot of things full of ups and downs, good and bad stuff. I've had quite a year so far. It's been rough, it's been fun, it's been exciting. I lost my mom early this year in January, just a few days after her birthday, and I felt like life had just remembered me in the shirt and I didn't deserve it. But God has been faithful. He's always faithful. He's strengthened me and my family. He's kept us strong. He's kept us together, and we're growing by the day. Um, yeah, it was a very hard hit. I lost motivation for most of the things. I lost enthusiasm, the passion, and just the courage to do anything for a while. I had to hibernate for like 5 to 7 months just to get up on my feet, or should I say, allow me to be lifted again to the things that I enjoy doing. Today, I just want to talk about teachers. Yeah, teachers in our society, like guys, people, distinguished members of the society. Teachers don't get enough. They don't get enough payment. They may not get enough attention either. Well, they don't need so much attention. They need their space, but they don't get so much appreciation for the things that they do in our lives, in our countries, in the world at large. They're people who give themselves their entire time. They sell their lives short just so they can make the world a better place. Imagine it is one teacher against 40 pupils also, especially now that in my country the government has put out free education for everyone because education does not really need to have a price on it. That was a mark everyone couldn't reach, as not everyone is on the same standards of living. Not everyone has the same income, but my concern is that teachers should be getting a whole lot more appreciation, maybe at least 20 or 30% increment in their salaries. Bonus for while teachers there. I don't know if that happens or they just get them lunch, but teachers do a lot. They do so much more than anyone ever could. You know, I was thinking about other profession like the medical sector, the doctors and the nurses, not to their mind undermine their duties, but they just don't do as much as a teacher does. They basically restore and reinstate a person's health, whereas a teacher starts a child from scratch, making sure they learn. It's a new experience for them as they have to encounter different pupils every time, but it's like they have to pass on the same kind of information. Personally, I can't eat the same foods every day. I mean, it's tiring, it gets boring, but maybe I do have a favorite food, or I get to eat the same food because of the way it is prepared, what time it is prepared, and the way it is presented. That's the narrative that the teacher has with their children. They get to deal with different kids every year. And the difference between a teacher and a medical personnel is that a teacher gets attached to the pupil. They get attached to the student. They make sure the student becomes better. They get to know each pupil individually. They know their weaknesses. They know their strengths. They know what they need. And doctors and nurses are not allowed to get attached to their patients in case of death or any other thing, but they're just not allowed. Like, it's part of their profession to not get attached, whereas it is part of the teacher's profession to get attached, build a relationship between them and the pupil no matter what, and they're just selflessly pouring their lives out to making the world a better place. Each and every one of us, we are a product of a teacher, though we may not realize it. We spend 3/4 of our lives with the teachers. Parents, teachers know more about your child than you ever will. And there's just something about a teacher. Imagine as a parent or a guardian, you are at work and you are at peace content in your heart that your child is being taken care of by a person who's not even related to you. It's not by virtue of you paying them, it's not by virtue of it being their job, but it's a gift. It's all God. I mean, not everyone is as passionate to training kids. I can be with kids a day or two. By the grace of God, I can be with kids every day, but teachers are special. Whether primary, secondary, baby class, they teach children their first words. They teach children to explore their interests. They expose children to different kinds of life in the world right on the blackboard or whiteboard for students in university. And they just bring the world to a kid in that classroom. They chew down their words to a place and a pace that that person can get it. It's so, so amazing, guys. Let's make life a better place and motivate and even for our teachers by just doing random tokens of appreciations, because they do so much more than we can ever do for our kids and our young siblings that are in school. Yeah, the teaching profession, if the world was up to me, I would make sure that the teacher gets paid more than everyone else, because we are because of a teacher. The teacher produces each and every person you see on the street, the doctor, the engineer, the nurse, the teacher themselves, and the artist. Like, the teacher gets to actualize the potential in the child to what they can be. And we all teach us a lot. I mean, well, they say life doesn't owe you anything, but we owe them the appreciation of the great work that they do. Appreciation on any other day, even if it is not on the International Teachers Day. Yeah, so I just thought of sharing those few words today. I got to encounter a teacher this morning when I stepped in for my brother, his guardian, to collect his school report, and we had a lengthy chat. I had questions to ask about my young brother, and he told me things that I didn't even know. I stay with him quite alright, but there's just a part of him that I don't know, and now I have a task to get involved into his life. I have a responsibility to make sure that he learns how to be a better recipient of what the teacher flows into him, the information, the knowledge, the energy, and all that. We are there, the other people, to help the kids, the young people, learn how to receive the information and to encourage them. Not all kids are brilliant from the start. Some are slow learners, others are a bit lazy, but we need to encourage them and show them that life gets better when you listen to the teacher and pay attention to everything that they say. Have a wonderful day. Bye.